fandom, how's it going? Today we are going to be looking at one of the best hardcovers, and I am going to go ahead and say it right off the bat starting this review. This is the hardcover to get this year. This is the best one that I've probably gotten this year, and we're going to be looking at the Saga hardcover by Brian K. Vaughan. I normally do reviews on Sundays and Wednesdays, but today I could not wait because I got this bad boy in the mail, and I was salivating over it. So let's take a look at it. Bam! Saga. If you notice, it has the controversial cover on there. So, it doesn't bother me. But Saga, if you have been living under a rock and you are a comic fan and you have not read Saga before, what are you doing? Go run out, pick up the hardcover, pick this up. Pick this up right off the bat. It's retailing for about $50 and you can get it online for about $30. Saga is amazing. It's probably one of the best things that's being published right now, and this hardcover is, oh my gosh, it's just a tip of the iceberg love letter. It's beautifully done, constructed. Everything they could have done right for me personally in this hardcover, they did right. I love it. Okay, so right off the bat, you see the production value. Sturdy, beautifully done. I love the cover on this. You get the back right there. Glued binding is the only detractor on this thing that I would say. I'm kind of not a fan of it, but other than that, it's great. It's solid. It's going to last you a while. I adore this. The story. Saga focuses on the newly parents, Alana and Marco. Alana is from a technologically advanced and the biggest planet in their solar system, planet called Landfall. I believe it's Landfall. Yeah, Landfall. And Marco is actually from the orbiting satellite of that planet. And if you haven't guessed already, yes, this is a space story. This is basically a Star Wars version. Brian K. Vaughan actually conceived of this story when he was a kid. He conceived of these characters and he conceived of these ideas as a kid. And as a parent, he kind of grew into it and he kind of revisited some of these ideas as an adult and said, man, I really like these ideas. Let's do a story around this. And we have one of the best stories that's being published right now. There's really not much else to say. Saga is beautifully drawn by Fiona Staples. If you have not seen the art on Saga, it's one of the best things that's being published right now. Like I said, I'm gushing over this right now, and that's part of the reason why I had to. Let's take a look at some of that. I adore Saga. If you are not reading this right now, you definitely owe it to pick yourself up. Basically, the story goes like this. They are newly parents, Marco and Alana, and they have just created a kid that should have never been born. It's the first of its kind because these two species are warring against each other, Marco and Alana's species, and they have rival factions and things like that. Until now, nobody has ever been able to breed a child, which is her. The story is actually being narrated also by her in the future. So you're getting what's going on in the past through her point of view and some of the story bits. It is beautifully done, and it explores relationships, it explores family, it explores different themes of, is this a good guy? Is this a bad guy? Just so many great things about this. It also has one of my favorite new characters, the Will and Lion Cat. Lion Cat is awesome. Lion Cat is basically this cat that whenever somebody tells a lie, he just says, you're lying. And he's able to talk, and he goes around with the Will, a bounty hunter who is given this mission to capture this child and to capture Alana and Marco because they have bred an abomination, basically, as what they consider it. It is awesome. It is exploring also the ideas of what would it be like to be a parent, and you have these two warring families, and everybody wants to go after you, and everybody wants that child. What would you do? How would you handle it? The imagination in this series is just insane. Some of the things you think about, how does Brian K. Vaughan think about this? Some of the different planets that they go to, like Sextillion, which is basically a sex worker planet. And it's crazy some of the stuff they get into. You see different alien races. They're exploring the galaxy. Their spaceship is actually a tree that they enchanted. And there's magic in this. They make magic with science. It's just, I'm gushing about this. If you have not read this, this is the hardcover to get, in my opinion, this year. And if you know somebody that is into Star Wars or sci-fi or Firefly or anything like that, you definitely need to get this for them. I'm not doing this justice right now by saying this and gushing over it, but I really do think that they'll get this. Understand, though, this is very much an adult story. This deals with adult themes. And one of the things that's interesting about this is that in every first issue, Brian K. Vaughan has said, I want to make this impossible for them to do on TV. So every first issue is kind of like a bam. It's a shock issue where it gets you, and you see, there's a cussing. Like, the very first shot of this is actually Alana giving birth and they show it very graphically to her child, and she explains what it feels like to give birth. It's crazy stuff, but it's such a great story with such great and remarkable characters. Unfortunately, my favorite character in the series is not in this hardcover, and that is Sweet Boy. Sweet Boy is a Great Dane who looks like Deadpool, and he shoots tranquilizer darts from his nose. I know you're probably thinking I'm crazy, but I am telling you, pick this up. This hardcover contains the first 3 volumes of Saga, so you're getting about 18, 20 issues in that ballpark. And these special features on this was just fantastic. You're getting sketches, you're getting, oh man. And what's interesting about this also is that in the back of the letter pages, he printed one of the letters that he got from the fan mail through the floppies saying, hey, the question I want to ask is, how do you make Saga? And Vaughn goes through step by step from the cover all the way through the pages of how the process is made. We are talking about a lot, like right here. Step 3, the plot. He goes through every single detail of it, and he pours over it. There's a script for issue 4 in here. It is amazingly done stuff, and you could tell that for $50, if you buy this at retail, you are getting just probably one of the best deals around. There's sketches, there's stories, and things like that. I cannot stop gushing over this. If you have not read Saga, this is the format to do it in, and you will love it. I guarantee it. I'm putting my 5-star stamp of approval on this. Just know, it's not for kids. I said it. Don't give this to your kid, because if your kid comes around looking through this, he's going to find some weird stuff in here, especially when he gets to Sextillion. Anyway, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. Again, this is my book of the year. This is the hardcover that I decided that I'm going to say is probably, unless something else comes out in the next month, is the best hardcover collection of the year. So comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. Bye.